Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So, from today, we are going to start your second semester classes. So, in this second semester, for a computer students, we have C programming language, programming with C and C++. So, in the last class, we discussed the basic syllabus, whatever we have. So, today we are going to start with Unit 1 of your syllabus. Now, in this, everyone can see the screen, right? Is it
Yes, sir.
visible? Yeah. Now, the
Yes, sir.
first introduction part. So, here we are here to learn C language. So, before that, you just tell me what is a language, why we need a language in general. I'm not talking about programming languages. Why we need a language?
To communicate.
Yeah. See, with the help of one language, we can communicate with each other. So, in the same way, if I want to communicate with my system, I need a language which my system can understand, right? So, if you want to interact with computers, you have to interact with computer languages which my computer or which my system can understand. So, these languages are basically categorized into three types. Okay, they are high level languages, low level languages, and middle level languages. Clear? High level, low level, and middle level. Just a sec. Now, so there are three types of languages. They are high level, low level, and middle level languages. Okay, na? Let's come to this high level programming language. Our general English comes under high level programming language. Okay, our general English, whatever we are writing just now. So, if I start writing a program in high level language, it is very easy to understand, very easy to develop a code. Why? Because we know English, so you can write the program. But system can't understand that English language, right? Which language system can understand?
Binary language.
Binary language. So whatever we are communicating, that is comes under high level. System languages comes under low level. So it will take time for converting high level to low level, and then it will perform that operations, right? Here, if I start writing a program with the help of these high level programming languages, you can write the program easily, but program execution will take time. Okay, na? That is the drawback what you have. So you can achieve programming efficiency, but you can't achieve mission efficiency. Programming efficiency in the sense, faster program development is nothing but programming efficiency. Mission efficiency is nothing but faster program execution. Okay, faster program development is nothing but programming efficiency. Faster program execution is nothing but mission efficiency. Clear? So, with the help of these high level languages, we can achieve programming efficiency, but we can't achieve mission efficiency. So, that is with high level programming languages. So, now instead of using high level languages, if I use low level language, then all the things whatever you have, directly I'll communicate, I'll write in low level. So in the sense, I'll write the program in system programming language. So all the code, developing the program is a bit difficult, but converting the program and executing the program is easy. Why? Because you are writing the code directly in low level, so system can understand it easily. It won't take much time for conversion, so obviously it will be executed a bit faster. But here, developing the program is tough for a programmer. If I use high level, developing is easy, but if I use low level, developing is tough. So then how to achieve both? For that purpose, they have introduced middle level programming languages. In this middle level, they have taken some features from high level, and they have taken some features from low level, and they have created this middle level programming languages to achieve programming efficiency as well as mission efficiency. So the programming language what we are going to learn, C or C++, comes under middle level programming languages. Okay, is it okay for everyone? There are three types of languages: high level, low level and middle level. High level language we have basic English, basic Fortran English are comes under high level. All mission level languages comes under low level assembly language, and the combination C and C++ are comes under middle level programming languages. So here we'll have a basic definitions here. Program, collection of instructions which will be executed sequentially to perform the same task. Programming is nothing but the process of writing the program, and who will write the program is called as programmer. Program, programming and programmer. Okay, is it okay everyone? Hello. As we discussed already, we have three types of programming, three types of languages. They are high level, low level and middle level. So already we discussed what are the problems we have faced with high level and low level. That's why we have middle level programming languages are introduced. So in this our C language which we are going to learn, C and C++, these two are comes under middle level programming languages. So with the help of this middle level programming languages, we can achieve programming efficiency, in the sense faster program execution is possible and faster program development is also possible. So these two are the possibilities what we have with C language. So the C language is a general purpose programming language. It is developed at AT&T Bell Laboratories of USA in the year 1972. So in which year it was got introduced? In the year 1972. It was designed by Dennis Ritchie. So Dennis Ritchie is called as, he is the father of C language. So who developed C language? Dennis Ritchie in the year 1972. Okay. Now C supports many features of low level language, all the features of high level languages. Because of this reason, C is also called as middle level programming language. Okay. Next, C language is noted for its translation into efficient mission code, portability of source code, power and flexibility of language statements, and the use of standard library. So these are the basic advantages what we have. Okay. Next, so this is the basic history. Before 1960 we have some programming languages like COBOL, BASIC, Pascal and Fortran. These are the languages which are used only for specific purposes. For example, COBOL is used only for business purposes, and this Fortran and Pascal are used only for mathematical purposes. So if you want to develop some mathematical logic and some business logic, at that point you have to learn how many languages? 4 languages you have to learn. So learning a single language is very difficult. So 4 languages is very difficult. Now what we do is, in the year 1960, all the computer scientists, they formed as a committee and they started thinking that why can't we develop a single language for all purposes. At that case, in the year 1960, they defined a single language, that is ALGOL. So algorithmic language. So it is also called as ALGOL 60. Why? Because it is developed in the year 1960. So algorithmic language. So completely, whenever we are going to write any program, first of all you have to prepare an algorithm. Based on that algorithm you have to write the code. So this language ruled the world till 1963. In the year 1963 they modified this programming language and they developed CPL, combined programming languages. It is developed by Cambridge University. And in the year 1967 again it is remodified and BCPL language got introduced, and it is developed by Martin Richards. It is also developed at Cambridge University. And in the year 1970 B language got introduced. It is developed by Ken Thompson and it is developed at AT&T Bell Laboratories. And in the year 1972, the language which we are going to learn, C language, got introduced. That is in the year 1972 by Dennis Ritchie at AT&T Bell Laboratories. So it is a combination of B and BCPL. Okay. This is a basic history of C language. What are the languages we have before C? Before C we have, these are the languages, and this is a basic explanation of C programming language. It is a generalized purpose language. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. And the last topic for today is features. So as we discussed, it is a middle level language, and it is very reliable and portable. Reliable in the sense we can believe on it. Portable in the sense we can convert from one operating system to another operating system. We can move. It is a system programming language, and it is a structured programming language. We have to follow the same structure, and it is free form language. So we can convert and we can write the program in a very easy manner. And it is a case sensitive language in the sense the capital letters and the small letters, if you write something in capital, you have to follow the same continuity in capital. So capital A is not equal to small a. That's the reason we call it as a case sensitive language. And in future, in the upcoming classes, we will come to know what is dynamic memory allocation and what is memory management. So this is a basic introduction of C class. So I will forward you this material in the group. So you just make a note, you just write it down, all the contents what you have. Clear?